Hello everyone, this is Angel Esquivel here. Welcome back to another video of mine. And I wanted to talk about some really great news. You know, there's been a lot of great news when it comes to like upcoming films, from this past week, and we're especially going to get like a few great movies coming up next year. I've been hearing some good news that they're going to make a Siren Head movie, and there's going to be an analog series that was based on YouTube. They're going to make a movie out of that. I forgot what it's named, but I kind of heard about it. The Godzilla -1 teaser came out. I mean, even though, again, it's a teaser, but it still looks cool, and I'm excited to see that. But stepping aside from, like, horror and action for a while, I want to get to more into, faith territory. And that is the re-release of the Passion of the Christ going back into theaters. At first I thought this was like clickbait when I saw this, but no, it's not. Because it's actually from the Lionsgate official channel on YouTube. You can look it up, and it's actually happening. It's coming out like until like September 10th, all the way to like 17th, so it's gonna be there for like a week. And what's crazy is that they are gonna remaster it like on 4K with Dolby Atmos, which is crazy because the theater I go to at AMC has a Dolby Atmos, so I'm very excited to see it. And not only they're re-releasing it, but they're also using this as a promotion for the upcoming Resurrection of the Christ that's coming out in 2027, directed by the man himself, Mel Gibson, who also directed The Passion of the Christ. Oh man, when I saw it, I was so freaking excited because this is what I've been telling my friends and my brothers that I'm like, this is what Mel Gibson should do. I've been telling them like they should do the same thing what James Cameron did with Avatar. They released the Avatar movie, just like what they did, and then towards the end, then they released like a small sneak peek teaser of Avatar: The Way of Water, and they're actually doing it. It's like my prayers actually came to life, just by like, oh, they're gonna release the Passion of Christ movie just to promote the resurrection. I was like, I'm so excited to this, and especially Mel Gibson. Like, he's one of my favorite directors, and like he's made some great movies in his career, like Apocalypto, Passion of the Christ, Flight Risk, Braveheart, and even other movies that he's been casted in. They're really great. As a kid, I do remember that this movie came out like years ago. When I looked up, it like came out like back in 2004. 2004, I was probably like either like 2 or 3, and I was still a little baby. And I didn't really like know much about it until a few years ago when I went to see it like on streaming or DVD. I realized like how good it was and how groundbreaking that this Jesus movie that Mel Gibson made. He's the one guy who actually finally did something that most Christian like filmmakers don't even risk doing. Was that he literally depicted Jesus Christ's crucifixion and his sacrifice so brutally. And this is what I was talking about, was that when you sort of grab things that are supposed to be depicted very violently, but like kind of like PG, sort of make it like PG, it kind of undermines the sacrifices of like what these men have done, and especially with Jesus. Like, this is such like an amazing film, and it still lives up to this day. The only disappointing part that I do have with like the upcoming Resurrection, look, even though like I'm not supposed to have my disappointments because this movie is just barely coming out next year, is that obviously Jim Caviezel's not coming back, and the rest of the cast is definitely not coming back. They're being recasted, which it makes sense because the others, they're kind of old. They did not age well. They're like, yeah, very old. But Jim Caviezel, he still looks fine. But then again, I can kind of understand why to recast him. But the actor who plays Jesus in this upcoming Resurrection of the Christ movie, he almost looks like Jim Caviezel, who looks like playing Jesus. So, but then again, I don't care what actor is playing him. All I care is that if this man is playing Jesus correctly. I did some research on like how many Christians are in the world, and according to some researchers, they say that there are either like 2.3 to 2.4 billion Christians in the world. So for any 2.3 for Christians out, a billion Christians out there, just want to say, get ready, okay? We cannot let this movie fail. The fact that there are billions of us out there, we cannot let this movie fail. Especially the resurrection of the Christ. And look, even if you're not a non-believer, I welcome you to at least watch the movie for yourself and to see how great this movie is. I don't care, it's not just Christians that I don't want to just watch this movie. I want non-believers. I want, Marvel fans, DC fans, Godzilla fans, hell, even furries. I don't care if you're a gay. I welcome all of you to go see this movie. It's a great movie, and you guys will love it. And also this will probably make you even more excited for the resurrection of the Christ. I guess this is sort of like our closest second coming that we'll ever see, but I mean, we won't know that until later in the future. I'm very excited to go see the re-release of Passion of the Christ. I finally get to experience this movie as it was, back then, but in a bigger screen. I'm very excited. But you guys can leave comments down below. Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? Or you guys don't care? Doesn't matter. That's gonna be today's video. So make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon up there. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram page called Thunderstruck1810. This is Angel Esquivel here, and as always,
hey Scotty. Jesus, man.